to another episode of Challenge or Be Challenged on Friday with Friends. This month's special guest is Jessica from WinterStromArt, and she asked to be challenged. Now our challenger is Lance from Pouring Together with Lance Travis, and his challenge says, do an open cup pour, but with a twist. You must throw some other technique into your painting. So let's get down to the canvas and see how we're going to play with this one. So for this challenge, I'm going to start out with a level 1 canvas. It's been taped and push pinned on the back, and we're going to do some texture work to begin with. And I'll explain the pour part when we get to that. So for my texture work, I've decided I want to put my texture work on the sides here and my pour down the center. So I have my texture paste. This is made of joint compound, Liquitex modeling paste, and Elmer's glue. And I'm going to put my gloves on, and we're going to put a little texture on. Then we'll let this sit and dry for quite a bit of time. And when it is all the way dry, we'll do the pour, we'll do some embellishment work on the texture sections, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, we're going to let this dry, and then we'll be ready to paint in the middle here. Okay everyone, so my texture is dry, but I've decided it's not really what I want. I did take the tape and push pins that I had on earlier when I was doing this texture off, because what we're going to do now, I need to be able to get at the back of the canvas completely. So I'm taking a little piece from the Lance Travis playbook. I have some fabric. I have a couple different strips. I got 4 of them. And I have a slurry that I have made, and this slurry is made of plaster of Paris, Mod Podge, and joint compound with water. And we're going to soak our fabric in this, and that way when the fabric dries attached to the canvas, the way we're going to set it, it'll dry hard and give us a nice raised texture. I've got some pins to help me keep the fabric where I want it. And I've got my handy dandy stapler to staple it to the back of the canvas, which is why there are right now no tape and pins on the back, because I need to be able to staple to the back of the canvas. I will probably put that, before we do the painting part later, I'll put that tape and everything back on the back. Okay, so we're going to start with a nice piece of fabric, and all you're going to do is you're going to get that fabric and you're going to soak it in the slurry.
You're so good at dragging yourself down. Why? Well, there ain't much time left to figure things out. Deep underneath all the laser, your doubts. There's a heart gone out of rhythm in despair. Held underwater, fine for air. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors around.
hope you can see that well. We're going to let that part dry and hope that it hardens. Hang in there. Okay, we are now ready for the main event, the open cup pour, which will be the central feature. So this is an open cup pour, so the first thing I'm going to do is put down a bit of a base and then seat our cup here into it. I'll move that to the side for a minute. Now you've noticed I put a little bit of tape along our textured work. I'm going to try and keep the base coat away from the texture, keep it centered, because I can always add a little more black right along that edge when I go to paint the texture. All right, I'm going to let this dry for 24 hours and then we're going to paint the texture part. Okay, it's been 24 hours now. The majority of this is still very wet, but near these outer edges, it's dry enough that I can work now. So I've pulled out some colors. So this first is a mixture of Folk Art Treasure Gold in Green Gold and Liquitex Basics in Hooker's Green Hue. And then the next cup I have here has Folk Art Treasure Gold in Copper. And the last one is my Deco Art Metallics in 24K Gold. let it dry. Okay, we have the final dry result. Now, as you're looking at this, think about you're in a dream. You walk up to the window at night, you pull back the curtains, look past the trees, and see the night sky. It just has this ethereal look with the way that the paints over the black are just so bright and yet so pale at the same time. They sort of have a softness to them. I'm really enjoying this. So you have some texture work with the fabric texture on top. We have the beautiful open cup pour. And we have one fun feature. Because I used some neons, when I put the black light on this, certain aspects of the painting just pop right out for you. I think that's cool. I hope you really enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos. Now this is part of our Friday with Friends train, so please follow along with the train. At the very beginning of the train was our special guest Jessica with WinterStromArt. After her was Lance Travis with his new channel name Lance's Fluid Fusion. And then after me will be Janet with Acrylic Creations by Jwitty. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and good night.